up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
There you go. Hey, watch your leg. Take four.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. On second down, here's a run with Mack. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Prescott now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Dixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the shotgun, Griffin. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jalen Smith able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out. Here's Prescott, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Griffin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third down, here's Dixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 3rd down, it's Dixon. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill. 27. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. Looking to throw, Prescott, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That was close to a big play, just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shane Ray able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Ravens first down.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mack off the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Dixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
47. Quit talking about it.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on 1st down. It's Dixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Griffin. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is RG3. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's it.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's got his man Hilton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This one to the left to Higbee. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He hits White, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To the air again, Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Oh, Griffin's going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 94 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. first down. Prescott. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Prescott on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking